They might look okay from a distance, but up close, it's a different story. It's not only the cracks across the surface that make these busy Caldwell netball courts a bit hard to handle.
During midwinter, you cannot get a colder place in Canberra. The wind rushes up the valley and the poor girls shiver away while they train and play here at the courts.
An indoor facility would really help us. Like, we would have a lot more players and our clubs would start to grow and we wouldn't have to worry about what the weather's doing anymore.
Southside community sporting groups have been trying to get a multi-sport indoor facility built on these courts for years.
Since about 2015, there's been 15 indoor courts lost on the south side as various areas have closed. Unfortunately, it means the demand on those small number of facilities that are left has increased and people are training in car parks.
Compared to investments being made in the north, Jonathan says his district is feeling somewhat forgotten.
My only observation is a bit of infrastructure envy when it comes to the south side here, because I think we haven't been receiving the same amount in recent years in terms of sporting infrastructure for the Tuggeranong Valley.
But it hasn't always been that way.
1973 saw the earth move in readiness for Tuggeranong.
During the 70s and 80s, development of the district was fast-paced.
The Tuggeranong Valley is an area full of natural beauty.
Prince Charles and Princess Diana were even invited to open Erindale Library as part of their 1983 royal tour. Families came from near and far to take advantage of the large blocks, new roads and the vast Hyperdome shopping mall.
I loved it. I loved it from the start.
Patricia and her family made Tuggeranong their home from the early 1980s.
It was a lovely place to bring children up. You could go for a drive into the country very quickly, and there was good school facilities here. The facilities for the schools were beautiful.
By the early 2000s, Tuggeranong's town centre was well established and suburbs, instead of paddocks, stretched down towards Tharwa. The demographics had also started to change.
The thing about Tuggeranong that I found went from Nappy Valley to being sort of the Battlers Valley, then the Forgotten Valley.
The scores of new apartments, coffee shops and bespoke children's areas around the now well-established lake tell a slightly different story. But long-time residents say public transport is now a disaster.
Let's go.
Taryn Langdon grew up in Tuggeranong and now advocates strongly for change, especially around public transport options from the far south of the district.
If we continue to, try and encourage active transport, we've got to make sure that it actually fits that 25-kilometre journey, not a 5-kilometre journey.
She also says the town centre could be more vibrant.
I think we need to really work with small business and work with the community to really make that a place where people want to come.
Despite some infrastructure envy and a need to change the public transport landscape, there is one thing Tuggeranong will always have over the north.
It's my pet love here, is whenever you drive out of here, when you're driving back, no matter what road you're on, you see the beautiful views of the Brindabellas. And thankfully they can't build that out, I don't think.
Sarah Porter, ABC News, Canberra.